explain to me what machine you've got here, Ian.
Last season, Mick, we bought a Darwin thinner, which is a mechanical machine for flower thinning. This thing spins it around at about 220 revs per minute and knocks the flowers and the blossoms off plum trees, what we mainly bought it for.
What's the main purpose for buying it? Just to save on thinning costs?
Yeah, it's our cost of production is going up and up and up. We can spend up to $5,000 a hectare on thinning plums by hand, which is just makes it unrealistic to produce fruit that expensive. And since we've bought this, we've knocked it down in half, and I think with a bit more trial work over the next couple of years, we'll probably knock it down a bit more than that. But yeah, it's going really well.
Okay. So Ian, can you tell me how many hectares would you use this machine on, and also like what percentage of your orchard is that?
We've got a 40 hectare orchard and we've got 10 hectares of plums, and I say out of that 10 hectares we'll probably use it on about 8, but that will change from year to year depending on the flowering.
Yep.
We've got 20 hectares of apples, which is generally central leader, which this machine isn't suited completely to central leader thinning with the machine. So I think we'll probably just do the tops of the central leader with the machine and the bottoms by hand. It's much cheaper to do the bottoms on the ground rather than up in the machine. But it'll change from year to year depending on what the flowering's like.
Yep.
And the weather's like.
Okay. And also, are you in future, like with future blocks that you're setting up now within your orchard, do you think you're going to have them set up with this machine in mind?
Well, that's what we're heading towards. We're heading for mechanical thinning and also adapting a mechanical pruner off this, a cutter bar. So we're in a position, we just have to cut our cost of production down. We have to get people out of the orchard rather than in it. So that's why we have to invest in these sort of things.
With the experience from owning this machine for 12 months now, when's the best time you think to use it on say Angelino plums? When would you look at using it?
Well, last year we went at around about 80% bloom, 75 to 80% bloom. We learned a lot last year. We have to be mindful of what our cross-pollination is like,
yep,
what our bee activity is like, and also what the weather's like.
Yep.
In this particular block, in these rows here, we put the machine through it twice, and thinking we were doing a wonderful job, but looking back in hindsight that it was poor weather, our cross-pollination wasn't lining up, and we had very poor bee activity. So this year what we've done is we've been a little bit more conservative, and we're just sitting back to see what the weather's going to be like, what the cross-pollination is like, what bee activity is like, and it's all been pretty good. So this year we've gone in, it's a bit past full bloom, it's getting more towards petal fall, but so this year we'll just see how that comes up. We've done one block at full bloom, we're doing this block now at petal fall on this variety, and we'll just see what happens. That's all we can do is just wait and see.